Welcome back if you're a fan of the channel, and hey, welcome if you're new here. And in today's video, you're gonna notice that we are not playing Pokemon. This is actually Disney's new TCG Lorcana, and I've been having a ton of fun playing this in the past few weeks, and I decided I wanted to, test the waters and do a little bit of content on it. So I wanted to show you guys a deck that I've been playing with and I've been having a lot of fun with. And if you guys are not super well versed on Lorcana, I'll kind of give a little bit of tidbits of information here and there, but I do recommend you guys go and find a YouTube video if you're interested, because there is really good content on how to play Lorcana. But let's get into the deck, and I'll do a little explanation along the way. So in Lorcana, you can use up to 2 different colored inks, and you can see the inks right here. We have yellow, purple, green, red, blue, and gray, which is steel. And the deck that I have decided to make, that I've been having a lot of fun with, is a red-blue deck. And the way that I'm utilizing these 2 colors differ. So for red, the main purpose of the red ink in this deck is, which is called Ruby, so let's call it Ruby. The Ruby in this deck is supposed to use evasive characters like Pongo here to be able to lure without the threat of other characters challenging it. And evasive in this game means that only other players with evasive can challenge it. So in Lorcana, you basically are versing your opponent, and you try to get 20 quest points. That's how you win the game. And when you quest, you become vulnerable to challenges from your opponent's other characters, and they can banish your characters. And evasive makes it so that only other evasive characters can actually banish it or challenge it. So the deck centers around your opponent not having the ability to banish your characters. That's kind of what the idea is. And if they can't banish your characters, we can quest and quest and quest and quest. Now, we have a few characters in our deck that are going to be able to help us do this. The first that we looked at is Pongo. We have Goofy, we have Tigger, and then we have the big hitter, Mickey Mouse, the Brave Tailor. 4 quest points. You can see the quest points right here on the bottom right of this card. 4 quest points. It's a 5/5, and it's a pretty high cost character. It's 8 ink to be able to play this, and that's where the blue comes in. Blue is going to be used purely to ramp up our ink. Every turn, you can put a card from your hand into your inkwell. Basically acts as your energy or your mana, and then you can tap that to be able to play cards. And the idea behind this is blue is going to be able to accelerate ink that we put in. We're going to be able to put 1, 2, maybe even 3 some turns ink into our inkwell, and because of this, we are going to be able to play a lot higher cards quicker. So we have cards like Mickey Mouse, the detective version here, where we play this character on to the field. We put the top card of our deck into our inkwell, and then we can also ink again, so that's 2 ink for the turn. We have Gramma, who is a 2-cost 1/1, and when she gets banished, she goes, instead of going into our graveyard, she goes into our inkwell. So that's another way we can accelerate. And then we are rocking 1 Jump Ahead, which allows us to, it's an action, but it's actually a song, and songs in this mean instead of paying the cost with ink in the upper left, you can actually pay it with a character. So you can actually put the top card of your deck into your inkwell. So we can actually, in 1 turn, we can 1 Jump Ahead, drop Mickey, ink for ourselves, and then actually banish Tala to put 4 ink in 1 turn, which is actually pretty crazy. So we are also rocking Aurora. This Aurora has a protective embrace, so other characters gain ward, which basically means that they cannot be targeted by actions, which is really good for our evasive characters, because they can't be challenged, and now they can't be targeted by actions. So we have to force our opponent to find other ways to be able to get our cards off the table. There are some board wipe cards that we do have to be aware of, so that's something that we do kind of need to keep up with. And the one thing that I've noticed with this deck is that it's not super great at challenging. While the evasive part works really well, if your opponent kind of matches you in ink, or have some other really big cards, we don't have too big of options in terms of actually going ahead and challenging. So we have Gaston and Scar, and then also Mulan to try to help us do this. Mulan's actually a really cool card because it's a 4/5, and when we banish characters with Mulan, we actually get a +1 in lore. So that's pretty cool. So the deck has some flaws, but I really like the idea of just being able to quest without any threat from your opponent. So let's get into some games. I'll show you guys how it works. And if you guys are interested in Lorcana content, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up. This is gonna be like the big indicator that I'm making content that you guys are enjoying. And if you guys are checking out my channel for the first time, you're coming in from Lorcana, I do make Pokemon content. I'm all about the TCG nowadays. So go ahead and check out my other content. And we are on the push to 1,000 subs. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead and let's find some matches. All right, we are gonna go second, and I'm playing on an unofficial client. It's called Pixelborn. If you guys are interested, there's a video on how you can set this up. But what's nice about, well, first off, nice about the client is that you get PvP matches, very easy to import decks. It's a super great client. I'm really happy about it. But what I like about Lorcana that we don't see in like Pokemon, for example, is I draw my cards and I can actually go ahead and throw away these 4 cards because I don't think that they're going to be useful in my opening hand, and I can get 5 new ones. Sorry, not even 4. I got 5 new ones, and this is a better hand. This is a lot better hand. We have lower cards, and that gives us the ability to go ahead and get some cards out in the opening hand. We're going to ink this Aurora, and like I mentioned earlier, cards, you need to ink cards into your hand to be able to play cards. So I threw that Aurora into the inkwell to be able to play Minnie Mouse, and you can see what cards you can ink in the upper left-hand corner. If there's that gold border around the number, then they're inkable cards. So Dragonfire, for example, is not. Gramma is. So that gives us the ability to go ahead and ink cards, and then gives us the ability to play. So now I have 2, and Gramma is a pretty cool card because when this card gets banished, we go ahead and we put it right into our inkwell, and then we also have 1 jump ahead, which is a really good combo. I really like this combo because this is a song. Instead of paying the ink cost, you can actually go ahead and just pay the cost of this character. So we can exert this character to pay the cost of 1 jump ahead, and this will put the top card into our inkwell for us. So let's go ahead and let's do that. We are gonna do that. So that's 3. We like that. I think we go ahead and drop this Aurora into the inkwell. Don't really need Aurora, and I think we actually drop Mickey here, and this is going to put another card from our deck into our inkwell. So we just put 3 cards into our inkwell this turn. We're up 5-3 on our opponent in ink, but it looks like they're playing a Sapphire Steel deck. So the Steel decks can get some pretty big cards. Let's see what type of deck this is. I know Bell is a really good card. Not this Bell. There's another Bell that's a really good card in blue that I decided to opt out because I don't know if it's that necessary in terms of like the evasive ramp part. It is good for ramp, but that's kind of beside the point. So let's go ahead now. We have a little bit of options having 5 here. I think the first thing we do, I think we go ahead and we ink a Gramma. We can go right into Tigger, which is a 4/4. That's not a bad option. It's a 4/4 evasive for 2. And then do we just like triple into this? I think we do. I think that's what we do. I think we just like triple headbutt into this. What's nice, as mentioned, Gramma will get banished here. And something I didn't mention with challenging is you're going to see the 1 and the 3 here. The 1 is the attack, 3 is defense. So I will go ahead and attack, and because that Bell had 2 attack, I have 2 damage on both of these characters. And something that I didn't mention is when you exert a card in any way, whether it's due to a song or if you quest, which questing is like the main, it's how you win the game. When you quest, the little symbol here on the the lower right will go ahead and tell you how many quest points you get. Once you get to 20, you win the game. For any reason, if you exert, you become vulnerable to a challenge. So because these 2 cards are exerted, this Ariel can choose to attack 1 of the 2, which our opponent will not. So I think we take advantage of that, and I think we just go ahead and we send it to the Shadow Realm, and then we just go ahead and we take our big questing points. I think we're going to drop Gramma on to the board as well. That puts us up 6-2. And I think when we have control of the board, or for the moment we have control of the board, we should quest as much as we can. And the whole idea is to get evasive cards out, and Tigger is a great card to do. And it's a 4/4. I mean, it's pretty hefty in terms of like attacking and defending too if we need to. But you know, we are kind of just getting to we want to get to a point where we get Mickey, and this is a card that I love. Whole New World. It's a really good card, but I like to see it even if my opponent drops it, because I don't have too many drawing options. I don't have a lot of cards that give me card draw, so I'm happy that he dropped that. It gives me a whole new hand to play with here, so we have a lot more options. So even though he is caught up on ink, I think the fact that he did that kind of shows that he's behind. So he's going to drop a smash in there. He'll be actually up in ink. He's going to drop Tinkerbell, and then it'll be our turn. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this Minnie Mouse. And then we could drop Detective Mickey. I could Dragonfire. I think I want to save the Dragonfire for something bigger. than this Tinkerbell. I think that's Mickey. It's gonna put us at 9. And then I don't know if I Scar here or if we should Gaston. It's Gaston. And let's Aurora, because Aurora is a 2 quester, and with how much we have on the board right now, I think we're pretty good. I do know that there's a card. It's like all swords. It does 2 damage to all characters. That is kind of a risk that we're putting ourselves at, but I think I'm taking that risk. I'm taking it. 2 Dragon Fires means that if something big comes on the board like that, we have a solution for it. It gets +2 questing. Whoa. I don't know what its action was when it comes out of the board. I didn't see here. When you play this character, whenever this player quests, you may return a card from your discard pile to your hand. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and drop that. Minnie, let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to play Scar down. We're going to really get control of the board here. And now let's quest for a lot here. 13 up to 14. So, I mean, he's going to need a pretty big board wipe. And we do have an option in Dragonfire if we do see something large come back down. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling pretty good. I think that this is probably one of the better decks that it plays against. Red is a really hard deck to play against for me because they have a card that gets rid of literally everything on the board, just dies. And when you don't have card draw, it makes it really, really difficult to come back from that. So I don't enjoy playing red. So I just like the thing that I found with these 2 colors is that there's not a whole lot of options for card draw. We are going to get a whole new world again. We haven't seen a Mickey. Haven't seen our Mickey. We still don't see it. We do get a Mulan though, so I mean, even if a board wipe is potentially coming, no, our opponent is going to concede. That's GG. Let's go ahead and let's find another game. Let's see if we can get to continue this. I want to really show the power of the evasive. Okay, we're gonna go first in this one, and only cards I really don't care for are the higher ones in the moment. I like having 1 jump ahead. I like having Gramma. Minnie's probably a good inkable, so is Gaston, so go ahead and grab that. And then yeah, 2 Gaston, so we'll go ahead and probably ink one of those. And we have a pretty good opening hand. Pretty good starting draw. We will go ahead and drop Minnie. I think there's probably a better 1-cost option than Minnie, but I don't know. I haven't found it yet. I always thought like, oh, this will just be inkable, but I think in turn 1 it's okay dropping this, and we can go ahead and try to get Grandma Talia out next turn. And I think we just go ahead and get rid of Aurora to get Grandma Talia. And you know, if they're gonna let us ink, we will ink. I mean, we will quest. If they're gonna let us quest, we'll quest. So, and we saw green from our opponent, but I wonder what the other color is. I have not seen too much green. Green and purple. Okay, Amethyst. I have seen a pretty good amount. Amethyst is a really good color. I like Amethyst. I think that's a color that I want to check out. But we are gonna do 1 jump ahead to get another card into our inkwell, and I think we go ahead and we drop Gaston into the inkwell as well, so we can play Mickey. Mickey is going to accelerate a little bit more ink for us, and that's 3 ink in 1 turn. And if he goes into Grandma Talia or even Minnie Mouse here, you know, we can try to actually find a solution to get Grandma Talia in there and put us up to like 7 next turn. So, which is cool, which is really cool. We do have Dragonfire in case we need to, you know, obliterate something. So he will go into Minnie. Minnie takes 2 damage there, and that's okay. Let's go ahead and develop your brain. We want Pongo. Change the numbers to choose. So we want to draw Pongo. Does that right? Yeah. Okay, I did it right. Jeez. Sometimes I don't do it right. But we are going to play Pongo instead because I really want to make sure I get the evasive characters out and have them doing their thing. And we have some options here. We can't, this isn't going to really do much for us. I mean, we can kill, yeah, we can kill Dr. Facila. I think we should, because it's a 2/4, it's a 0/4, but when it challenges, it gets +2. And I think that's a pretty solid, thing. So instead of questing for 3, we'll take that KO. And now, you know, Maleficent can go ahead and, you know, pick who she wants to KO, you know. That goes into the ink. I was gonna say I have no idea what card that is, but I think if Maleficent for whatever reason exerts here, we go into it with Grandma Talia and then probably go into it with Minnie or even Mickey. And they do have an evasive out, so that will be able to attack Pongo, but it's actually not the end of the world because it's a 1-1 and Pongo's a 2-3. So we do get a little bit of options in terms of just like still being able to quest. But now here's the question: do I go ahead and ink Gaston, or do I keep Gaston? I think we probably should just ink it so we can continue to ramp, and then we can go into Mickey, and this puts us close to being able to get Brave Tailor Mickey. And then, yeah, we are going to be able to take 3 in the ink this turn, getting rid of Talia, so I think that's solid. And since Minnie is hurt, we will go ahead and just effectively trade there, and then we can quest for 3. And we're up 5-0. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Holding on to this Dragonfire in case something big comes out in the next turn. It could be an Elsa, the other Elsa. There's another Elsa. Ooh, what is this? 2-4 for 3. Whenever this character is challenged, you may draw a card. It probably is safe for us. It's probably safe for us to just go ahead and action that away. I don't know. Let's actually develop your brain first. We get another Dragonfire, or we can take Tigger. Tigger will be a good card to have. We already do have a Dragonfire. I think we go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and drop him. I think we just do this. Go ahead and challenge these two, and this is just going to give us control of the board. We have this Dragonfire still. We have a total of 6 to be able to quest next turn. I'm feeling pretty good. I have to assume that he's going to go ahead and challenge into one of the Mickeys. And then that gives us a little bit of options. We might be able to go ahead and kill Tigger, or... yeah, I'm not sure. He is going to rush, so he probably will take out both Mickeys. We're still able to quest for 4 next turn. I mean, he's just going to quest himself. And then that gives us an option. We could go ahead and... actually, I think we just hold a turn and let Mulan do its thing. I think we quest with our... yeah, I think we quest. I think we just do all quests. If we lose Mickey, we lose Mickey. I'm okay with that. Still holding on to this Dragonfire because something huge hits the table. We want to be able to take care of it. And Mulan is going to be such a good option for banishing, right? We can banish everything that's on the board right now. This is going to give us +1 lore once we do it, and we're probably going to get rid of that Elsa. I'd imagine the freeze is going to come on to Mulan, unfortunately. It goes on to Pongo and Tigger. Interesting. Any shifts. That's actually really good for us because... the Dragonfire is going to be able to take out 2 characters. And then we still have the ability with Mulan to take out a... actually, because Mulan's a 4/5... that's a little challenging, actually. We're definitely going to have to use the Dragon Quest here. They are going to be able to quest because they shifted. Definitely Dragonfire there, 100%. This is a 1, this is a 3. We should do that. What this is going to do, though, our Mulan is going to die. That's just, it is what it is. This Rafiki is going to go into it. We are going to gain +1 because we banished, so everyone gets +1. It's just unfortunate that we weren't able to, really utilize Mulan there. Because that would have been just such a good hit. But I think we had to do it. We had to do that in that turn. So the +3, the 3 on the Mad, what was that? Mad Hatter. On the Mad Hatter, 3 lore or 3 quest is it's a rough one. So I have to assume Rafiki's going to go into Mulan. If not, we're in, again, really good shape. We're in really good shape. Because then we're gonna banish ourselves and then go ahead and to do it. It's going to get evasive. And that's going to be able to take out Pongo, and he's going to trade. Interesting. So we're going to keep Mulan. Huh. I didn't expect that. I thought we were just gonna lose Mulan there, to be honest. But let's go ahead and quest while we have it. And now, if they decide to go into someone, I think they can't take out Tigger. They have to go into Mickey. And if they decide to exert anyone, I have Mulan to be able to trade and give us +1 on quest. So I think this is it. I think that we have it. Unless we're gonna see a board wipe. A board wipe would be very bad. It would be so bad. No, just a Mad Hatter and Rafiki. And I think that does it. Just gonna be able to quest with Flynn and Tinkerbell. Put them at 14. And we will drop Aurora, but it actually will not matter. We'll go ahead and trade. Everyone gets +1. And we will go ahead and take the victory. 21 points. Woo! Mulan came up pretty clutch there. I like that. That was actually pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the Lorcana content. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Lorcana. And if you want to see more of it on the channel, it's going to be a good indicator of whether or not I should keep doing these videos. But I think in the near future, you guys will see a Lorcana video on Wednesdays. So keep on the lookout for that. And like I said, if you guys are new for the channel, check out my Pokemon TCG content. Anyway, some new Pokemon TCG content, a new deck review coming this Saturday, and of course, Road to Arceus, we're continuing it, so I'll see you guys then. Later.